Well, today is Juneteenth, a celebration of freedom, resilience, and the ongoing pursuit of equality. As communities across the U.S. come together to honor this important day, we're taking a closer look at its history and why it continues to resonate today. We're joined live in studio by Dr. Marquita Gammage. She's a professor of Africana Studies at CSUN. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, and happy Juneteenth.
Of course. Thank you, and happy Juneteenth to you as well.
Thank you. I love your outfit, all the accessories. You are ready this morning. You look celebratory. A lot of people still don't understand what this day is about. So let's start with the basics. What is Juneteenth celebrating?
Yes, so Juneteenth marks the arrival of freedom, and it celebrates liberation, resilience, and Black humanity. It officially commemorates the day that freedom arrived on June 19, 1865 in Galveston, Texas. That's when enslaved Africans learned that they were free when Union troops arrived and shared the General Order Number 3, that slavery was no longer legal in those Confederate states.
And we have to understand, back at the time, there's no cell phones.
No.
There's no way to get a message to people. So that's why it arrived so much later for people in Texas.
Exactly. It took over 2 years because Union troops have to go from city to city making this declaration. And in fact, it was Black Union troops who first entered into Texas, some of the first ones who went into Texas sharing about the Emancipation Proclamation.
Absolutely. So there's a lot to celebrate today. But of course, it's a new movement that it's become a holiday.
Yes.
How does it even become a holiday?
Well, once they learned of their freedom, they began to reunite with their families and celebrate. And what we found was that Juneteenth has been celebrated for over 160 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And so today we're now celebrating the 6th year of it being an official national holiday.
Right.
But that was a lot of work. People like Opal Lee and many community-based and grassroots organizations have been advocating for Juneteenth to be an official holiday because it really signifies the establishment of freedom and ensuring that it wasn't a short-term or temporary thing, but that it became a permanent structure in American society. And it was the 13th Amendment that helped us establish the abolishment of slavery throughout the United States.
Absolutely. So there's a lot to celebrate today. I think a lot of people wonder, what is the appropriate way to celebrate? How do you celebrate Juneteenth?
Yes. So Juneteenth has always been rooted in community, family, and cultural affirmations. Historically, people celebrated with church gatherings, family reunions, parades, storytelling, educational events, and those traditions do continue today. People celebrate by gathering with loved ones, going to festivals, supporting Black-owned businesses.
Absolutely.
Learning about African-American history and really reflecting up on the past and those who made sacrifices and those achievements that they've made. It's not simply about looking backward, but about honoring Black culture, strengthening community bonds, as well as making sure that we continue to envision a just future.
Absolutely. And I think there's so many events, of course, we follow the news, right, that bring up these conversations of justice and equality still today in 2026.
Exactly.
How does that connect with the holiday?
Well, we know that what Juneteenth teaches us is that freedom was not given, it was demanded, fought for, and won, and that it must be protected and expanded for everyone. And so we must remember that it's an ongoing process. And so while slavery ended, civil and human rights did not extend to everyone immediately. We know, hence Juneteenth is being celebrated, but also that it continued through the civil rights movement and movements today, such as the Black Lives Matter movement. And so we continue to see the need to address critical issues such as educational access, health equity, economic opportunities, voting rights is still a very hot topic right now, criminal justice reform, and reparations.
Absolutely. So a day to honor the past and absolutely look forward to progress in the future.
Absolutely.
Dr. Gammage, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Of course.
And again, happy Juneteenth.
Thank
All
you,
right,
same to you.
let's get over to